Earth, from the cold void of the cosmos, it appears as a vibrant, glowing anomaly. But look closer at that thin blue line of atmosphere. It is the only thing standing between us and the silence of space. Habitability is not a guarantee. It is a precise, fragile balance between the laws of physics and biological endurance. For most of our history, we have lived in the comfort of the Goldilocks zone. But today, we journey to the edges, to the places where the planet seems to push back. Here, survival is not just a biological act. It is a testament to the human will. Deep in the Siberian taiga lies Oymyakon, the coldest inhabited place on Earth. Here, winter is an 8-month siege. In 1926, the mercury plummeted to a bone-cracking minus 71.2 degrees Celsius. In this realm, cold is not a weather event. It is a routine. A thick ice fog blankets the village, so dense that smoke from chimneys sinks to the ground rather than rising. Life here requires a different set of rules. Cars are left running for months at a time. To turn off an engine is to risk a permanent freeze. Water does not come from pipes, which would burst in the permafrost. Instead, it is harvested in blocks of river ice and carried home. Even the human body is transformed. Eyelashes freeze into white needles within minutes, and breath crystallizes instantly into a solid cloud of ice. Yet, the Yakut people do not merely survive. They thrive, their lives woven into the frozen earth through a discipline that allows no room for error. From the deep freeze, we move to the inferno. This is the Lut Desert in Iran, a landscape of wind-sculpted rock towers called calots and valleys of black volcanic gravel. NASA has nicknamed this place Hell on Earth. Here, the ground temperature can soar to a staggering 70.7 degrees Celsius, hot enough to cook raw meat in the open sun in just 2 hours. Further east, the Danakil Depression in Ethiopia presents a toxic post-apocalyptic world. Sitting 100 meters below sea level, it traps heat like a natural oven. This is a land of acidic pools with a pH near 0, liquids so corrosive they can dissolve almost any material. Neon yellow sulfur springs and boiling lava lakes create an environment so hostile that life, as we know it, cannot survive. Yet, even here, polyextremophile microbes find a way to exist, offering scientists a glimpse of how life might cling to a world like Mars.
The ocean that sustains us is now rising against us. This is not a future problem. It is happening right now at this very moment.
While some fight the heat, others are losing their very ground to the sea. Tuvalu, a tiny Polynesian nation, stands just 2 meters above the rising Pacific. For 3,000 years, these islands sustained a culture. Now the climate time bomb is ticking. Seawater is seeping into drinking wells, and king tides regularly wash over coastal roads, flooding homes and ancestral lands. Tuvalu is the front line of a global crisis. It is becoming a test case for climate-induced displacement. Through the Philippine Union Treaty, Australia has introduced a first-of-its-kind climate visa, offering residents a pathway for mobility with dignity. But for those left behind, the ocean is no longer a friend. It is a liquid monster taking their nation bit by bit. They're the first to face the prospect of a nation without a territory. But what happens if the balance breaks entirely? Imagine a world where the jet stream stops, global wind maps go flat, and the Earth, which has always exhaled, suddenly holds its breath. In this speculative shadow, the Earth's rotation slows, destabilizing gravity and tearing the crust apart with massive fractures. Without the spin of the planet, the magnetic field, our silent shield, collapses. Solar radiation hits the unprotected atmosphere like fire meeting dry paper. Cities near the equator suffocate in 60-degree heat, while the poles plunge into a terminal freeze of minus 90 degrees. Half the world is trapped in a permanent, burning day, the other half in an eternal, frozen night. It is a vision of a dead rock floating forgotten in space. A grim reminder of how much we depend on a system we often take for granted. The history of Earth is a story of extremes, but it is also a story of resilience. Whether in the ice fog of Siberia or the salt flats of Ethiopia, the final factor in survival is not technology, it is the human brain. It is our willpower, fueled by duty, honor, and the love of family, that keeps us standing when the world pushes back. We are the custodians of this era. The climate clock is ticking, and the maps of the future are being rewritten today. But as long as we breathe, the story of Earth isn't over. The future is not a fate to be feared. It is a challenge to be met. For in the end, our greatest strength is not just surviving the environment. It is protecting it. Because there is no other ark. This is our only home.